Most people know Ryan Reynolds as the wisecracking Deadpool, who turned a failed superhero movie into a billion-dollar franchise. But here's what will blow your mind. The majority of his $350 million fortune didn't come from acting at all. While Hollywood A-listers collect paychecks, Reynolds was quietly building one of the most brilliant business empires in entertainment history. In just 7 years, he turned 2 simple investments into over $900 million in exits. This is the untold story of how a Canadian actor became a marketing genius and business mastermind. Before we dive into this incredible journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss our deep dives into the business minds reshaping Hollywood. Chapter 1. The Foundation. Ryan Rodney Reynolds was born on October 23, 1976, in Vancouver, Canada. His father was a police officer. His mother worked in retail, a classic middle-class family. Nothing about his upbringing screamed future business mogul. Reynolds started acting as a teenager, landing his first major role in the Canadian teen soap opera Hillside when he was just 15 years old. Fast forward to the 2000s, and Reynolds was building his Hollywood career with films like Van Wilder and The Proposal. But here's where the story gets interesting. In 2011, Reynolds starred in Green Lantern, a massive flop that earned him his biggest paycheck yet at $15 million. Most actors would have been devastated by the critical failure. Reynolds? He saw opportunity. That Green Lantern disaster led him to his wife Blake Lively, who played his love interest in the film. But more importantly, it taught him a crucial lesson about control. Reynolds realized that in Hollywood, actors are just employees. The real money and creative control comes from being the owner, not just the talent. This realization would reshape his entire approach to business. By 2016, Reynolds had fought for years to get Deadpool made. When it finally hit theaters, it wasn't just a movie, it was a masterclass in marketing that Reynolds largely orchestrated himself. The film grossed $783 million worldwide on a $58 million budget. Reynolds didn't just star in it, he co-wrote it, produced it, and revolutionized how movies are marketed through social media. Chapter 2. The Aviation Gin Empire. In February 2018, while most actors were chasing their next big role, Reynolds made a move that would change everything. He acquired an ownership stake in Aviation American Gin, a small Portland-based distillery that had been operating since 2006. The exact percentage of his stake was never disclosed, but industry insiders estimated it at around 20 to 25% of the company. Aviation Gin wasn't just any investment. It was a calculated business decision. Reynolds didn't just write a check and walk away. He became the brand's creative director and the face of its marketing campaigns. Using his maximum effort marketing company, Reynolds transformed aviation from a regional gin into a cultural phenomenon. His marketing genius showed immediately. Remember the infamous Peloton commercial that went viral for all the wrong reasons in 2019? Within 48 hours, Reynolds had produced and released a brilliant aviation gin ad, featuring the same actress, sitting in a bar with friends, consoling her over martinis. The tagline, "Exercise bike not included." That single ad garnered over 5 million views in its first day and became a masterclass in real-time marketing. But Reynolds wasn't done. In August 2020, just 2 years after his initial investment, Diageo, the world's largest spirits company, acquired Aviation Gin for up to $610 million. The deal included an initial payment of $335 million upfront, with potential additional payments of up to $275 million over the next decade based on performance. Think about that for a moment. Reynolds took a small gin brand and helped engineer a sale worth more than $500 million in just 2 years. Based on his estimated ownership stake, Reynolds likely walked away with between $67 million and $122 million upfront, with potentially much more to come. And here's the kicker. He retained an ongoing ownership interest in the brand even after the sale. Chapter 3. The Mint Mobile Masterstroke. While Reynolds was still celebrating his Aviation Gin success, he was already working on his next masterstroke. In November 2019, he acquired a significant minority stake in Mint Mobile, a budget-friendly mobile carrier that had been quietly disrupting the telecom industry since 2016. Mint Mobile's business model was brilliant in its simplicity. Instead of expensive retail stores and traditional advertising, they sold directly to consumers online with plans starting at just $15 per month. When Reynolds came aboard with an estimated 25% stake, the company's revenue was modest but growing. Reynolds didn't just invest money, he became Mint Mobile's secret weapon. His marketing campaigns for the brand were pure genius, whether he was standing in front of mint green backgrounds delivering deadpan sales pitches or creating elaborate promotional stunts. Reynolds made buying phone service entertaining. The results were staggering. According to industry reports, between 2017 and 2020, Mint Mobile's revenue increased by nearly 50,000%. App downloads soared 34% in the 12 months following Reynolds' investment, and monthly active users jumped 82% year-over-year. But the real payoff came in March 2023. T-Mobile announced it was acquiring Mint Mobile's parent company, Kaiina Corporation, for up to $1.35 billion. The deal included 39% cash and 61% stock, with the final price based on performance metrics. For Reynolds, this represented another massive windfall. With his estimated 25% stake, he stood to earn approximately $300 million from the sale. But here's what makes Reynolds truly brilliant. He negotiated to continue as Mint Mobile's creative director even after the acquisition, ensuring ongoing income and maintaining his connection to the brand he helped build. Chapter 4. The Wrexham Adventure. In February 2021, Reynolds embarked on perhaps his most audacious business venture yet. Together with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia star Rob McElhenney, he purchased Wrexham AFC, a 160-year-old Welsh football club, for approximately $2.5 million. To outsiders, buying a fifth-tier football club seemed like an eccentric Hollywood vanity project. But Reynolds saw something others didn't. A story with global appeal and massive potential for content creation and brand building. The purchase came with a promise to invest at least $2.64 million in the club's infrastructure. But Reynolds and McElhenney went far beyond that commitment. They've invested millions more, bringing the total amount owed to the celebrity owners to nearly $11.4 million. The investment has paid off in ways that go far beyond football. Welcome to Wrexham, the documentary series following their ownership, has become a global phenomenon on FX, winning 8 Primetime Emmy Awards and attracting millions of viewers worldwide. On the pitch, Wrexham has achieved unprecedented success, earning 3 consecutive promotions and rising from the 5th tier to the 3rd tier of English football. Off the pitch, the club's value has skyrocketed. The team is now estimated to be worth upward of $150 million, a nearly 6,000% increase from their purchase price. Recent reports suggest Reynolds and McElhenney are exploring selling a minority stake that would value the club at an astronomical $475 million. If successful, this would represent an 18,900% return on their initial investment. Chapter 5. Maximum Effort Empire. Behind all of Reynolds' business success is Maximum Effort, the production and marketing company he founded with George Dewey in 2018. Named after a Deadpool catchphrase, Maximum Effort isn't just a typical Hollywood production company, it's a vertically integrated content and marketing powerhouse. Maximum Effort operates across multiple divisions. Maximum Effort Productions handles film and TV development. Maximum Effort Marketing creates innovative advertising campaigns, and Maximum Effort Investment manages Reynolds' various business interests. In 2021, Paramount Pictures signed a first-look deal with Maximum Effort Productions, which was extended through December 2026. The company also has a first-look television deal with 20th Television, marking Reynolds' return to the network where his career began with Two Guys and a Girl in the 90s. But Maximum Effort's real value lies in its unique approach to marketing. Reynolds has proven that authentic, witty, and timely content can generate massive value for brands. His campaigns for Aviation Gin, Mint Mobile, and even Wrexham have consistently gone viral, generating millions of dollars worth of free publicity. In a brilliant strategic move, Reynolds briefly sold the marketing arm to MNTN in 2021 for an undisclosed sum, only to buy it back in 2020. This allowed him to maintain creative control while benefiting from MNTN's resources and expertise. Chapter 6. The Luxury Lifestyle. So how does a $350 million business empire translate into lifestyle? Reynolds and Blake Lively live remarkably modestly for Hollywood royalty, owning just 2 properties, both in New York. Their primary residence is a $5.7 million estate in Pound Ridge, New York, spanning 11.65 acres. The colonial-style mansion features 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and nearly 9,000 square feet of living space, plus an outdoor barn and guest house. The property offers complete privacy for their 4 children, James, Inez, Betty, and their youngest son, whose name they've kept private. Their second home is a luxury loft in Tribeca's exclusive 443 Greenwich Street building, a converted 19th-century bookbindery. The building is home to celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence, Harry Styles, and Jake Gyllenhaal, with amenities including a 75-foot lap pool, private yoga studios, and valet parking. It's the perfect Manhattan pied-à-terre. What's remarkable about Reynolds' real estate portfolio isn't its size, it's its strategic simplicity. While other celebrities collect properties globally, Reynolds has chosen quality over quantity, focusing on locations that serve his family's actual needs, rather than status symbols. Chapter 7. The Ongoing Empire. Reynolds' business genius continues to evolve. His investment portfolio now includes stakes in Wealthsimple, a Canadian fintech company, and Nuvei, a payment processing firm that was valued at $6.3 billion when it was acquired by Advent International in January 2025. Reynolds and McElhenney expanded their sports empire by investing in La Equidad, a Colombian football team, demonstrating their commitment to building a global sports and entertainment brand. Maximum Effort continues to grow, with upcoming projects including Boy Band, a film about the aftermath of being a child star, and various television projects in development. But perhaps most importantly, Reynolds has proven that authentic marketing and strategic thinking can create extraordinary value. His approach, combining genuine humor, strategic timing, and authentic engagement, has become a template for celebrity entrepreneurs worldwide. Ryan Reynolds' journey from Canadian actor to business mogul proves that in today's economy, the biggest opportunities come from thinking like an owner, not an employee. With over $900 million in successful exits from just 2 major investments, Reynolds has demonstrated that the intersection of entertainment, marketing, and strategic thinking can create extraordinary wealth. As he continues building his empire, from Wrexham's football pitches to Maximum Effort's production offices, one thing is clear: Ryan Reynolds isn't just playing a character anymore. He's become the ultimate example of how authentic personality, strategic thinking, and relentless execution can transform any industry.